Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Savage 5050, Nate Savage. I know I've been missing in action. I just had a lot going on in my personal life, so I kind of stepped away from YouTube for a while, but I will be slowly but surely getting back into it. And I appreciate every single supporter, every single subscriber, everybody that's been supporting me since day one, everybody who actually reached out to me during my absence from YouTube. But I definitely mostly appreciate it to everybody. And it's just been a lot going on. I've been dealing with a custody battle, so fighting for the rights to get my children, to get some kind of rights back or whatever. It is amazing how unfair the system can be towards men. It's a shame that nor Democrat or Republican politicians will touch the family court system based off of all the stories I've been hearing for the last year, how men are being treated so unfair when it comes to paying child support, to actually losing your rights to your children, women hopping state to state and taking men children away. And it's really no consequences, especially when they say, oh, he was abusive or he was abusing the kids or something like that. Is literally no proof that is needed in a lot of cases. And a lot of men lose their children and have to fight so hard. And I never understood why a lot of men aren't around. But now that I'm older and going through certain things myself, I'm starting to realize it's not always just the man don't want to be there. I know what the narrative is about men, about like men are deadbeats and stuff like that. Not in every case. There is a lot of cases where the woman is so upset about things that went down in y'all relationship that she will weaponize the children and use them against you and poison their brains and try their best to turn the kids against you. But as men, we got to keep fighting the fight. It's a shame that our lovely politicians won't really get involved with the fight for us, but we just got to make smarter decisions on who we choose to lay with, who we choose to have children with, because I tell you right now, I made a huge mistake and I'm paying for it nearly 10 years later after my kids was born. It's a real sad story. But I'm fighting the fight. It's so hard to fight because court dates get pushed so far out. You file for one hearing, and then next thing you know is pushed out five months later, and then I got court again in September. That's another 5 months away. And who knows how that's going to go, because I don't care what nobody say, family court does not favor the men. I know people always like to bring up, oh, well, I know somebody that, no, I understand. You can know somebody, you might know two people, but most of the time, the family court usually rules in favor of the woman. And that's a sad story, because sometimes the woman is not always in the best shape or the best person to take care of the kids at the time. But you know how it is. And, but I've been making life changes. I changed jobs, and I finally got my first rental property. So that's really what I've been busy with. I had to do furniture, the HVAC unit, ductwork all through the house, and repaint the walls. My brother been helping me out with that, and then I just had a lot of stuff to do to get my rental property together. Thousands and thousands of dollars to take to get your place ready to be rented out. So now I got tenants in there, so that's a step up for me. I'm definitely trying to get more into real estate. I'm looking at property in North Carolina, and I'm looking at another rental property because they got some really good deals down here. The further south you go, the better it is. What do you know? And you know me, I got out of Jersey because I really don't like the politics there anyway. Y'all been seeing what been going on with the Buffalo thing, with the shooting, the mass shooter, which is that's a whole nother crazy situation, right? The guy that went insane and shot up all them people, now he's claiming insanity now, right? I guess that's what him and his lawyers are saying. But the thing is, I learned from one of my ex-girlfriends that used to work in the medical field, claiming insanity after you do some crazy wild stuff like that, sometimes it don't really play in your favor. Even though this guy, who cares? He never going to see the daylight again, whether it's execution, whether it's life in prison, or when you claim insanity, a lot of times, actually that's the best punishment for him, because what they do is they force you to take drugs. They force drugs down your throat, whether they got to put a needle in your arm or something, and it's going to be to the point where you're going to be bent over a chair and drooling and not even know who the hell you are for the rest of your life. So that's what he deserves. But I know the Democratic Party is trying to use this crisis is a way to boost their gain amongst the blacks, right? And they're trying to use this as another way to say that we need more gun control. Even though the shooter actually wrote on his page the reason why he targeted that place in Buffalo is because the gun restrictions. And of course, if I'm about to go out and do some mass shooting, I want to go to a place where nobody's going to be armed, right? So really, all of these gun restrictions, they really don't help the average citizen. It only empowers the criminals, the people that want to go around and shoot everybody up. So this is also one of the reasons why I want to get out of Jersey, because in Jersey, it's a law, it's no self-defense law. If somebody punch you in the face in New Jersey, you have to run and call the police. You can't even fight back, because if you fight back, both of y'all going to jail. You know, so a lot of these Democrats, they really don't have our best interests. They'll take our rights away to defend ourselves, but at the same time, they'll tell you, you better run and call the police. You're not capable of taking care of yourself. So we got to defend you. We got to do everything for you. The Republican side is always about self-reliance. You know, you're your first responder when it comes to defending your life. We appreciate the police, but we know the police can't always be directly with us at every single second. So as crazy as it is, these mass shootings, I guarantee you they will not happen if people have firearm to stop the threat. You don't really hear about this kind of stuff happening in Texas or Alabama and stuff like that. There's literally mass shootings that happen all the time, but they're just not politicized, right? I'm from Philadelphia. I guarantee you, you can look it up no matter what day it is. It was probably literally just a mass shooting that just took place out there. It'd be times when 10 people, 15 people get killed in one day in Philadelphia or Chicago and cities like that. And nobody really reports on it because nobody cares. You know, mass shootings happen so often inside of the inner city, and these white liberal politicians that say they have our best interests, they don't do anything about it because they can't politicize it. But since it was this white guy, they're doing everything they can to gain more power, but it is what it is. But anyway, I appreciate everybody who've been supporting my channel. Everybody who asked about me, I'll be back on the YouTube soon. Anyway, like my video, share my video, and stay subscribed and stay tuned because I will be putting out more content soon enough. All right, thanks. Peace.